This is the last part of the Exam 1 practice test key. We're differentiating again. Here we have x squared plus 7x all raised to the 5. Since I see a composition of functions, I know I'm dealing with the chain rule. So I like to mentally put this part in a box. I say that f prime of x. First I differentiate around the box, so I've got 5 times x squared plus 7x to the 4. I just treated it like it was a plain x in there. Now I need to multiply by the derivative of the box. So the derivative of x squared is 2x. The derivative of 7x is 7. I'm not going to simplify. I'm just going to stop. For part B, I've got the square root of 25x plus 7. That's also a composition of functions. I'm going to write it as 25x plus 7 to the 1/2. There's actually a typo here. This should say c of x. Problem doesn't really make sense otherwise. I've got c prime of x. I'm going to ignore the box and write 1/2 25x plus 7 to the negative 1/2. Then I'm going to take the derivative of the inside, so that's just 25. I'm going to not simplify. If I were going to simplify, I would get 25 over 2 square root of 25x plus 7. But there's no point doing something that takes time and introduces extra error into your work. Part C, I have capital G of x is 1 over x to the 8 plus 5. I could do this as a quotient rule, but I'd rather do it as a chain rule. So this is x to the 8th plus 5 to the negative 1. So g prime of x, ignoring the inside function, I do negative x to the 8 plus 5 to the negative 2 times the derivative of the inside, which is 8x to the 7. And I am done. If you want to do it as a quotient rule, you can. So then you would have the 1 would be the numerator, the x to the 8th plus 5 would be the denominator. The derivative of the numerator, it's just a constant, so its derivative is 0. The derivative of the denominator is 8x to the 7th. We'd have g prime is equal to low d high minus high d low, square the bottom, and there we go. So we would get x to the 8 plus 5 times 0 minus 1 times 8x to the 7th divided by x to the 8th plus 5 squared. This is multiplied by 0 here, so it goes away. So we would get negative 8x to the 7th divided by x to the 8th plus 5 squared. These are the same answer, just written a little bit differently. And that's it for the practice test.